Hey, it's CJ again. Just wanted to give an update video to my video I posted a month ago, my Jason David Frank interview at Big Texas Comic-Con on October 30th, 2022. First, I'd like to say thank you for all the positive feedback, all the positive comments, all the likes, all the shares. I also like to say thank you for all the subs. That was something I was not seeing, so I didn't see it happening. I just threw the video out there. So thank you for all the new subscribers. As I've been archiving a lot of the JDF's material and all his content he left out for us, I started seeing like just how much he really meant to people, and all the stuff that he was making. I feel like he was a little bit ahead of his time, or our time, because he was leaving a bunch of positive, just some nice things. And I think he can see that maybe we're going in the future where we're going to spend more time home, and we need to spend more time with self-care. That's what I really got from the interview. But I started, or just what I've seen that he's left, all the material, all the positive. He's so positive. So I started seeing a lot of the fan art, and I was seeing how a lot of people were doing illustrations, drawings, a bunch of stuff on IG, a bunch of stuff on YouTube and Facebook. A lot of the groups, man, they're so great. Keep it up. Keep posting those. Keep making the fan art of JDF. He was a big role model, and he will be missed in the conventions. So it was hard for me to edit the first video, even though it was a simple edit. Just kind of going back and looking at the video and seeing like that's me interviewing one of my role models, and I don't know, I look at that and I kind of feel like it's not me. Like I kind of feel like, wow, it's cool that he took the time to do this for me. And now that I spent all this time like just looking at him, all his content, and looking at what he left for us, all his body of work, and I can't help but say he's such a beautiful soul. Now he's gone, but he's not forgotten, and I like the way he's being remembered. I love the way that just people are, and the tribute videos, I really like those. Those are nice. They're good for me just to play and listen and watch, and seeing him be spectacular once again. So that being said, I'm seeing how people are processing this loss. I was having a hard time processing it too, until I went back and listened to the interview, and there was something I've been doing that I learned from JDF during the Big Texas Comic-Con in that interview. If you go to moment 3138, I tell him that there's sometimes I lack discipline and I need help. What's the best and quickest advice you can give somebody? And so I said this. Spend with you, and I appreciate this.
Yeah, no problem.
And getting really, I do lack discipline, and I'm always having that trouble. I didn't have that father ceiling there that had me, so it's just kind of been me, my mom, my brother. So it's like, all right, how do we get that? If to take the first step in discipline, where do you start? Where do you tell somebody like this is where I would start? And JDF said this.
Well, this is what the truth. It takes 21 days to create a good habit. So you start there. And it takes a lifelong mixing up and down to break a bad habit. So if you want to get into a good habit, for example, I give people this vitamin theory, right? And look, I'm here. Sometimes I drop and slack. So this is my theory. It sounds very stupid, but give yourself 21 days into something. Vitamins. Wake up and take your vitamins every day. 21 days will create a good habit, and see if you can go from there, and then work out other habits that you have. And because when you talk about a vitamin theory, that's life. Life is not a race, life is a marathon.
So that was on October 30th. 2 days later was November 1st, so I decided I'm going to get started and doing my 21 days of habits. I did that, and I haven't stopped doing it. It's January 16th, 2023, and I'm still doing my everyday creating. I have another video that I'm going to post that's a lot longer than this one, but that's a lot more detail on that video. But I did want to say that I have been, so my thing was, what can I do for 21 days to make it a habit? And I really wanted to work on this comic book idea I had. And I've been trying so hard to figure out how to get started, or I have the story written, I just don't know how to really tackle it. So I told myself I was gonna just, from starting November 1st to November 21st, I'm just gonna start so hard and just hit it hard and go like hit it fast and just try everything I can to try to get this comic book out of my head. So come November 1st, it was 11:50. I mean, like not 11:50, like 11:30 at night. 30 minutes left before it's November 2nd, and I said I haven't even done anything. So what I decided to do was just write myself a little note, and on my phone, and just on my notes, and write myself a little note, and that would be the beginning of my journey of starting this thing. And it's going to be more like, instead of just focusing on the comic book, I was just going to just focus on more of being creative and creating things. Anything, it'd be from illustrating, writing, reading, comedy, anything. So I just thought outside, I'm just going to do that every morning, at least for an hour. I'm going to write, draw, do something. And I did that. And it wasn't until like day 15 or 14, 15, 16, around that time frame. At first I was just, any idea, any sketch. If I had a joke, I'd write it down. If I had a sketch or character, just write it down, just try to figure it out. And then what happened was, on like day 14, I kind of caught fire. Day 15, day 16, and I just started drawing the comic book cover for the my comic book. So I was like, oh wow, this actually is working. So day 17, 18, I just started focusing more on the story of the comic book and figuring it out. Well, tragedy happened, and we lost our hero. And I kind of put that comic book to the side a little bit, still creating every day, but doing more of a mental processing, kind of just like writing poetry or writing sad things or just drawings, whatever, just to kind of avoid it, because I couldn't go to editing the video. But once I had the conversation with my friends and I decided to edit the video and post it, and all this positive feedback I got from the video, I realized, oh, there is something here. JDF is still able to teach us. He's still able to do things. So I was processing it wrong. Like, I was still working doing it, but I wasn't processing it the right way I thought of. Then I started seeing all the fan art, tribute videos, all the posts, and then everybody just commenting. I love everybody sharing like their JDF experience. So then I just started focusing on my JDF experience, and I started focusing on the story. And I started writing a story a couple weeks ago, and then I finished it within, I think, maybe 2 or 3 days. It's a little short story, and I wrote it. And then I realized I can do something more with this little story. I could make this a comic book, and I would like to share it with people because it's how I'm processing this. I found this out the other day when I had I interviewed my screenwriting professor from a couple years back, Kathy Welch. I had her on my show, and she told me after we finished, she said, "Oh, I shared it with her," and she was like, "This is how you're processing. That's good. Keep going. Get to the end. That's the main thing. You gotta get it finished, right?" So I want to share with everybody where I'm at right now. I'm a lot farther than what I'm about to show, but I'm just going to give a glimpse, because I do have a comic book that was inspired by the passing of JDF, but also very much inspired by the fan base and Jason David Frank himself and my experience with him. So I want to share this, and let's get started. So check this out. The comic book is called The Power Within. Pretty cool power. Pretty cool. The way I got to the name is pretty cool. So basically, just started writing a story right here. And so this is the back of the page somehow, So I started the beginning. Here's the end, or no, here's the middle, and here's the end. But it's not. I don't know if it's going to come out like that. I think for the most part, it's a straightforward story of a podcaster who meets a very powerful and special person, and then how they collaborate to take on an evil entity. That's what I'm reading right now. I kind of don't want to give it all away. But definitely, I've been working on this for already 3 weeks now, and I did give myself a deadline on this, because it does need to be. You need to take it. Need to take this serious, because I want to make sure it gets done, and I want to get this done as fast as I can. So here, I got some characters here that I've created, and for my deadline, I just want to show you real quick. Oh, I like this little idea here. That's a cool one. I did want to say that this as I've been writing it and figuring it out and just telling the story, it's been very easy and very just fluid of like just the ideas and how I've been processing this. Where did I put that? Anyways, I did want to say that, here we go. So I have here is my schedule, and this gets me to the end of the month. So I do have a video of how I got to my schedule, so I'll be posting that soon. But I just wanted to give everybody that I'm throwing it out there. I gave myself a February 1st hard deadline. I've had I've had 3 weeks to work on it since I made this. I made this. Oh no, wait! I made this 5 days ago. So I have 2.5 weeks left. But I wanted to say that this comic book idea story has all been inspired by Jason David Frank, the Jason David Frank fan base. Also, just all the people that make tribute videos, the fan art, just posting the cameos. I wanted to get a cameo so bad, and just keep posting those. Like I love cameo, but I would have loved to have a Jason David Frank cameo, but sadly I can't. But what I do have is a story that he inspired for me to write, and just like the video, I hope it gets to the people that need to see it, or that would like to see it, or that just somehow helps out. Well, that's all the time I have for today. I just wanted to leave a 10-minute video. Like I said, I do have another video coming out. It's going to be a lot longer. But thank you for your time, and I will see you soon. Take care, and adios.